Sheriff Jaime FitzSimons outlines his plans for a crisis response team and a contested past election. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News. First, a Dillon resident was killed in a skydiving accident in Central California over the weekend. 62-year-old Nina Lowry died when her parachute failed to open at Lodi Parachute Center east of San Francisco. The Sacramento Bee reports at least 20 skydivers have died at the center since 1981 and 5 in the past 3 years, prompting an FBI raid last year. Park City has stolen Breck's claim to the longest shotski in the world yet again. Over the weekend, the city reclaimed the world record by 9 people when 1,275 folks took a shot of, we assume, watered-down Utah liquor. It's become an ongoing battle between our two ski towns. Earlier this January, 1,266 locals took a shot of full-strength Colorado whiskey for the record, and this coming January, we try to steal it back again at Ulerfest in Breck. The town of Breckenridge has $8.8 million for transportation projects next year, but that money does not include a controversial downtown parking structure. Haley Littleton with the town.
We want to make sure that if we're spending a significant amount of taxpayers' money, that we're building something that is a community asset.
The structure strained the town's relationship with the ski resort last year when the two bickered about who pays and where to put it. Council commissioned renderings for Tiger Lot near the Riverwalk Center, but that location is now up in the air.
It was a discussion about a lot of, what ifs of, what if we did build intercept lots? What about a structure in the core of town?
Parking projects in the budget include a delayed roundabout at Park Avenue and Main Street and pedestrian access from F-Lot to Peak 9 Base. Measure 1A is one of the hottest topics on this November's ballot, asking for $88 million over 10 years through a mill levy increase to fund 5 community projects. Childcare and mental health get half that money, and proponent Tamara Drangstveit says every last local benefits.
These are all investments that our community desperately need. That's really the common theme.
Opponents say the bill lumps together too many separate issues, but Drangstveit says those issues came directly from locals.
Organizations like the FERC, the Summit Foundation, the school district, High Country Conservation. Certainly the county was really respectful and listened to those of us that are out there in the community every day talking to folks about what the real needs are.
Opponent Kim McGahey doesn't disagree with better community services, but he disagrees with the county's all-in-one approach.
I want them looked at one at a time, and I want them looked at in full view of the public, and I want them to be under full disclosure and full transparency.
In 2014, voters approved a different Measure 1A with $30 million for 911 ambulance and water services. It is good through 2022. It has been 2.5 years since voters elected Jaime FitzSimons as county sheriff after a contested battle with opponent Derek Woodman. What has he learned since 2016?
Unless you have actually sat in the chair and felt the weight of that chair and felt the weight of that community responsibility, that you have no idea what the job really requires.
FitzSimons defends his position this November, running on a platform of proven performance and preventative programs.
I stopped the practice of allowing people in the jail with mental health issues that did not have criminal charges. It forced community partners and stakeholders to the table.
On his wish list is a crisis response team. It pairs deputies with EMTs and mental health professionals to cut the time spent on mental health calls. Right now, deputies spend 3 to 5 hours on such calls.
It's almost like a mobile acute treatment, right? Because they're immediately assessing the person and assessing what the needs are and taking care of those needs immediately.
FitzSimons was appointed to sheriff by county commissioners in 2016 and soon fired Woodman. Woodman called the move politically motivated and rallied for a special election, which FitzSimons won by about 600 votes. In sports, the Nuggets open the regular season tonight against the Clippers in Denver. Tip-off is 8:30. And in local sports, brought to you by Wilderness Sports, all Summit High teams are off today until tomorrow when Lady Tigers volleyball is in Steamboat and cross country is in Eaglevale. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News.